And now, time for weekly show with a passionate India lover, chairman of ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media. Get ready for loving sharing from physician, philanthropist, publisher, and India advocate in this week.
Namaskar, welcome. Once again, it is that time of the week when we have with us Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parikh answering our questions in our weekly show that is this week with Dr. Sudhir Parikh on ITV Gold. Namaskar, Dr. Parikh.
Namaskar. Namaskar, everyone.
So let's continue, Doctor, today with Trump's presidency, because last time I know we left it there. So let's start with, of course, Kash Patel, who is being nominated to head FBI. So my question to you is, like, will this controversial nomination get through the Congress and Senate? And also, what does this mean for FBI and things like we should expect from Trump?
I think probably, as you mentioned, that it is kind of a controversial nomination. And but of course, when president nominates some name, they have to consider whether at the end of the day they may accept or they reject. And probably see what happens, because I don't know much about his background, but what I read from the news and public thing available, that he is a probably good guy, well-meaning person, but probably for FBI directorship is kind of whether he's qualified or not. That's what other parties, Democrats, are saying, that he's not well qualified for this position. So we don't know. Let's see how the things goes, and we'll see.
All right. So even my next question to you is definitely regarding Trump only, and Trump is threatening 100% tariff for BRICS countries, and if they introduce a parallel currency to dollar. So is this a meaningful negotiation tactics, and how might it impact India?
Well, I think because they are trying to pop up one new currency, BRICS country, and I think that's not good for dollar, and probably is not going to happen, because at the end of the day, even for them to pop up currency, they have to come to American financial system to borrow the money,
right? And
which is not going to happen, because if USA government says that you can't do that, you can't do that. So I think that in the past also they try to, with the help of the China, Russia, they try to pop up on Saudi Arabia. They try to pop up dollar optional option to the or competition dollar. They wanted to do all the oil trade in different currency, but did not work. So I think it's not going to work. And I think I would agree with the Trump, the way he threatened them, that if you do that, then we'll put 100% tariff. So I don't think they will dare to do it, because 100% tariff means their export will be become zero kind of, and it can affect the India too, because India is also supporting that that movement, because India is a part of the BRICS too. So I don't think this idea will fly too far.
All right. So also, Justin Trudeau, he made a quick surprise visit to Mar-a-Lago to meet Trump as a quick reaction of his tariff threat on Canada. I want to know your reaction and comments.
Well, I think Canada tariff will not be that bad or that high, because Canada and USA are kind of neighbors, and they are kind of they rely on each other, and they are part of the also that group of the five which is a very secretive group or very exclusive group, which controls most of the issues of the world. So I don't think tariff will be there, but it will be maybe token tariff, not what more than X amount,
Okay, all right. So let's talk about the current President Joe Biden. And what do you think, about him pardoning his son?
I think, see, president has right to pardon anyone, right?
Yeah.
And this is a family. And he knows, and even almost he was convicted, I think, for his owning the rifle without buying rifle with the background check. Then I think all this other tax evasion. He pleaded guilty. So he doesn't want that Trump or Trump administration should give him even 1 or 2 years of even jail time. So I think what he did is the right thing. I mean, any father will do for his son, and now he's going out. I mean, people will forget this episode. No, I mean, all presidents did the same thing. Always when they pardon a couple of controversial person. Bill Clinton pardoned one person who did a big Wall Street scam of $450 million about 25 years ago.
Right.
And his name is Mark something, I forgot the last name. So that time it was controversy that how can you pardon somebody who did this thing. So I think this is an acceptable thing.
All right. So I have a question from one of our viewers. His name is Pramod, and he wants to know, are we getting close to a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hezbollah?
Yes and no. I mean, because there is right now ceasefire with Israel and Hezbollah for next 60 days. And the whole idea is because Israel also suffered quite a bit damage in the Tel Aviv and the northern part of the Israel, and almost lot of people, they left northern part of the Israel, their homes, and they went to south. And Israel wants them to come back there. So I think, and USA also pressuring them to do the ceasefire. So I think that ceasefire hopefully may last 60 days or even become permanent. And I think that's a good idea to happen. And I think, but at the same time, they should also do a ceasefire with the Hamas and get whatever remaining 50 or 60 hostages which are still alive back to their home. And other hostages who died, their body to their home. And that because having more war or continuing war is not going to gain anything for Israel. On the contrary, as you know, that Israel Prime Minister is kind of by international court has kind of told him, order the arrest warrant. So, I mean, he can get arrested anytime, any day. When he goes out of Israel or except USA, he can, in any European country, they're supposed to arrest him. So I think what they're going to gain out of it? Nothing.
Right.
They should sit down and make a settlement and make a diplomatic solution.
I have another question here, which is from Sunil. Sunil is saying, India alliance led by Congress leadership are questioning electronic voting machines after their Maharashtra poll loss and want to go back to paper ballots. Is it the right move, or is it like sour losers?
No, I think paper ballot, even USA had EVM before, and they went back to paper ballot. Most of the United Kingdom has EVM, and they went back to paper ballot, because paper ballot is more fair, gives more fair kind of ground for all the parties. And so I think I will not be surprised, because EVM raises a question, and that question is not being answered. So I think today, even in Maharashtra, there is one small town where they have only 9,000 people. They live in that town, or voters, and that town during the EVM election, last election, one party got 800 votes. India Gathbandhan, and BJP got 1,000 votes, but there are only 1,000 people. So how can you get 1,800 votes?
Right.
So all those things creates a question about EVM, or whether how. So I think for fair election, I personally believe that ballot voting is the best voting. Even USA has ballot voting.
Absolutely.
So why not India? So I think that's a good idea. So at least nobody can question the validity of the election, and that's the way it should be.
Exactly.
I mean, you lose or win, that's not important. Important is everybody should have fair chance to
Yes.
fight.
And I think, India is like always something going on. And now recently, the violence in UP, the Sambal mosque violence. So
Right.
my question to you is, should we look at like exploring true historical facts, or it's time to just move on?
No, because there is a law passed by Indian government, Indian Parliament in '92, and law says that any structure which is anything is as it is, say Ajmer Dargah, right? So if it is Dargah before 47, before independence, then it should remain Dargah.
Okay.
If there is a temple, then it should remain temple. Then by fishing and by doing a survey and creating, because even if you do survey, and if survey comes something different, by law you cannot change it. So why to create more controversy in the different religion and race? It doesn't make any sense,
So, earlier you were talking about Maharashtra. Let's again talk about Maharashtra. It's getting, projected that BJP will form the government with its nominee, that is Fadnavis, as the chief minister. So, do you think, does this cause like threat to their alliance with Shinde Shiv Sena?
I think so. The way what I read in the news that Shinde wants to be chief minister because he claims that under his leadership they won the election, and BJP doesn't want him to be chief minister because BJP has the highest number of seats won. So BJP thinks that there is their entitlement to form the government.
Right.
So I think there is an impasse. And then Shinde is also asking certain portfolio, which is also probably BJP doesn't want to give those important portfolio like Home Ministry or Finance Ministry or Speaker of the House, because that can create another political problem in the future.
Right.
So that's why I think there is an impasse, and probably Shinde will not be chief minister. Even some sources are saying even Fernandes will not be chief minister.
Oh, really?
There will be one of those unknown person will be chief minister. And if it is so, then whole thing is different.
Right, right. So, all right, let's start with the rapid fire round. And as you know the rules, it's just yes or no. And my first question, it's from Tarang. She's from DC, and she wants to know, will we have a chief minister getting sworn in for Maharashtra this week?
Probably no.
Okay. Atul from Connecticut wants to know, will Supreme Court intervene in Sambal dispute?
Yes.
All right. Neelam from New Jersey wants to know, will Bangladesh current government be able to stop riots in short period?
Probably not.
Okay. And Shabana from India, New Delhi, wants to know, is this Bangladesh interim regime here to stay, or will we see new elections soon?
I think it will stay there for a while before they figure it out how to do election there.
All right. Sahaj from California wants to know, are Trump tariffs a negotiation tactics or new way to do global trade?
It's a new way of doing global trade which favors the USA.
All right. Thank you so much. And before you give out this week's message, I want to remind our viewers that you can follow Dr. Sudhir Parikh on Facebook at Dr. Parikh, and you can also follow him on Twitter. The handle is SUDPARIKH. Please go ahead.
Yeah, friends, Thanksgiving has gone. Now the Christmas is coming, and this year Christmas is coming very soon, within next 3 weeks. So I'm sure you all are busy in the shopping and taking care of your families and friends. So our wish from ITV Gold that please enjoy your holidays, be happy, merry, and then get ready for New Year in January. Thank you.